Hi, this is Tanya back with the card of today for the 10th of March 2016. Little bit of a change in the air today, and I've changed places as well. I don't know if any of you've noticed that. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and they told me that the videos are all like mirror image, and I'd never even realized that. So I've switched around. Thanks for that, Davey. I hope you like this one better. So sorry, I'll go back to the cards. Yeah, when I woke up this morning, there was a real shift in the air. I always lie for a couple of minutes and see what I'm feeling, what's the energy of today going to bring. And today there was a little sadness there. There was something was different. It didn't look as bright as what it did yesterday. Um, we have had a solar eclipse and we have had a new moon as well. We're currently having a new moon. And these always sort of stir things up a bit, especially emotions, especially if you're water signs as well. Pisces at the moment, please, just hang in there because it is quite a tough time for you. Um, but like I say, they bring about the new moon and the solar eclipse always bring about a renewal. But with renewal, we usually have to let something go to make way for the new to come in. So there's a lot of that going on, and the cards today sort of just verify that in a way. Like I say, they're not nice ones, but if we had nice cards all of the time, then that wouldn't be life. Life is a bit of a roller coaster, and what we've got to do is just learn how to ride the wave. Even the pain is important to us. So sorry about this before I even start, but they're not the best cards today. One flew out of the deck as I was pulling them, so we have two cards again. And the two cards are the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Now, this always indicates to me, Ten of Wands, it's time to let go. It's time to let go. You are so burdened and so clogged down with stuff, that you need it. It's time to let go. The Three of Swords came out first, so I'll speak about this one firstly. This card shows sadness, it shows grief, it shows heartbreak, real pain. And when you get that emotional pain where you actually feel it physically, you feel sick, it's like the light's being turned out on the world. It's not a nice feeling to have. This card actually often comes quite unexpectedly, or it seems that way. Whereas when we have managed to grieve and we look back, we see that it was actually coming, but it appears to have came quite unexpectedly. You know, it signifies a lot of tense times. A lot of upset. Um, Emotions I feel are very raw at the moment, but I feel wounds are very open as well. I mean, if we look at the card there, the blood is still dripping off the sword, where it's pierced it. So it is. This is like, it's like a feeling of being stabbed through the heart. Um, the one thing I will say about this, which I really like about this card, I mean, there's not that much to like about it, but what I do like about this card, and especially in this Morgan Greer deck, is the clouds here. I mean, they're dark black clouds. This is turmoil. This is, this isn't nice. But it looks like they're starting to rise. They're going out of the picture. So what this is saying to me now is that any uncertainty that you've had, and I definitely feel that this is around relationships as well, if you've been feeling a little uneasy, if you've been feeling this uncertainty around them, now the uncertainty's gone. Yes, the pain has taken its place, but it's better to be aware and see things how they are rather than clinging to something that isn't right for you. I know with any relationship, when you invest in something emotionally, it isn't a nice feeling when you see that fall apart. you know but you know it's about keeping on. You done what you thought was right, and whenever we grow attached to somebody, or whenever we open our heart, we are sort of taking the risk of it getting hurt, or them not looking after our heart properly, or things just not working out. And emotional pain is one of the hardest things that we will feel. It's sort of like when a relationship breaks down, It's sort of like you need to go through a grieving process. When somebody dies, you have no option but to grieve. You've got to. They're no longer around in the physical sense with you. But with an emotional, with a relationship breakup, I actually sometimes feel that people take that harder, because the person who you love is still there, but they're no longer in your life. So it's really strange, because it's like, how can I change this? How can I make this better? But this card is saying you can't make it better. It's over. It's done. You know. Um, they're pointing me to the three there as well. Sometimes this could mean that there's been another person involved, or it could mean there's another person that's going to come in and help you through this, but the three is coming out like really significant. But what again is coming out is this yellow around, this yellow is for your intellect. Like I say, it's your personal power color. So what this is saying is this is still around your heart, your heart just needs to heal. And then we have blue skies. So although this pain at the moment I feel could be massive for you, it's temporary. It will heal, they're just saying there, nobody dies of a broken heart. Some people might sort of query that, but it's not. This isn't going to kill us. It will make us stronger. It will hurt for a while, and rather than trying to mask these feelings of hurt, allow us to feel them. When you feel real emotional pain, it's because you've loved something so much. And that in itself is a beautiful thing. You've opened yourself up, you've experienced something that was beautiful, and yes, it's turned bad, but please don't let it taint that. So I don't feel that you are the same person when you started this relationship, and I don't feel you will be in the future neither, so it is it's like growing pains, and like I say, I'm not dismissing it at all. It is very, very hard. I get that, but you will move on from it. And rather than grieve for what might have been, you know try and turn your focus onto what can be, and this is what can be for you in the future, you know, um, because all of us have been heartbroken at one time, it's part of life. But we move on and we learn to love again, and sometimes we learn to love better, and then we sort of think, right, okay, I can see why that didn't work out then, but it's all a process that we need to go through. So that's this card, it's telling you. And please don't let any hatred come into your life neither. When somebody has hurt us emotionally, it's very easy to lash out, to hurt them, to want them to feel pain too. And they will be, but in their own way. You know, when we sort of do this and when we allow hatred to come into our heart, all it does is close us off, it closes us off, it stops our recovery, it stops our healing, you know. So when your heart is breaking, the best thing you can do for it is to learn to love again, I'm not saying jump into another relationship straight away. What I'm saying is love the people that are around you, love the people that are supporting you, love yourself, and really try to fill that heart back up with love, because that is what will help you to get through this quicker. I also feel as well is don't prolong this. Take the swords out. Once the swords are actually out of that heart, that is when it will start healing. At the moment, the swords are still there, so you're hanging on to the pain, you're hanging on to the situation, and this will not serve you. This will just prolong it and make this hurt last longer. So take the swords out, get rid of the cause of this pain, and is when you will start to heal. So don't focus on your pain or your loss. Focus on your recovery and your healing with this, and practice forgiveness, as I've said before, because forgiveness frees yourself. And the place you are in this, nobody really wants to stay there. It's not a nice place. So that's the Three of Swords. But when it comes along with the Ten of Wands, this is about carrying emotional baggage. If you have a look, he's clinging. He's clinging to what is here. And that is no good for him. He's worn out. He's knackered. He's going to crash at any minute, So what this is saying is you've taken on too much. It's time to dump the baggage. And I do feel this is baggage that is connected to a relationship as well. You know, it's not your responsibility to carry everything in this. This card always means it's time to let go. It's time for an ending. It's time to complete whatever it is. Like I say, in this case, I do feel it's relationships, or it's somebody that's causing you emotional pain. you know this card is also saying as well, please ask for help. There are friends and there are loved ones there. They might not give you the answers, they might not to make everything better, but just unburdening yourself and lessening your load, will serve you so well at the moment. Really try not to get yourself down with this, because if you are down, then you are no good to anybody, let alone yourself. And it's it's like I say, it's just time to let go. Dump the baggage. Um, Real not nice feelings coming out with them cards today, but the future is bright. The future will be bright. You will love again. You will feel free again. Um, and you will have learned from this. I know that sounds so cliche, but you know, if you're feeling this pain at the moment, know that it won't last forever. They say that if you feel like you're going through hell, then just keep going. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So try not to wallow. Feel the pain, but don't wallow in it. This pain is not just personal to you. I feel that if we look, 90% of the population will have experienced heartbreak in some form or another throughout their lives. So other people have been there. I know it's hurting you personally, but other people have been there and they've got through it. And when they look back at it, they think, really? Was that bad? Because I don't think it is. So hang in there, be gentle with yourself, stop clinging to something that is hurting you, and practice forgiveness, free yourself, and open your heart. I think that is the message of today. So sorry about that one. It's I'm all a little bit sad now with that, but sorry about that one. I think the message needed to be said. I'm still doing the phone and Skype readings on a pay what you can basis. So if you would like a reading with myself, if you're going through any of this heartbreak or whatever like that, often, guidance can help that. So please get in touch. It's only on until tomorrow. So there's only today and tomorrow left, to get them readings. And follow my videos on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. I completely forgot there where I actually am. I'm just all over the place at the moment. Thank you to the people that I've read for as well recently. I've had some nice laughs, and there's been some nice clarity coming through as well. I always enjoy a reading as much as other people do, because I always get something back from it as well. And when I hear you put the phone down and I hear that change in your voice, that's very rewarding for me. So thank you very much for allowing me to read for the people that I've read for. Okay, so I'm going to go now. Keep your chin up, try not to wallow, and just things will get better. Okay, sat now.